Ya Sabe, welcome back, Sexies, to podcast number 3. I'm Julian, your host.
This is Slim. Thank you for joining us. Happy Cinco de Mayo. We're here today with one of our homies to talk about homie things, friendships, past friendships, what it takes to be a friend, what separates your friends from your close friends, to your acquaintances, to your best friends. So yeah, man, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Name's Jake, and I'm ready to get into this.
Hell yeah, he's Jake, but we call him Jake the Snake. I ain't gonna lie.
It's primo, baby.
I kind of want to know if you got that snake down there. No homo, but like homo as fuck. Yes, but yeah, man. Like I just met you this year, and I know you guys have known each other for quite a while. So like,
Yeah.
how long have you guys known each other? I know that.
It's summer of 21, I believe, right?
Yeah. In July, I'd say we're coming up on 2 years, probably.
2 years,
Yeah.
And then I met him because of a friend, met him through another friend, and then he started dating my girl's sister. So that's
Yeah.
kind of how we're at now.
I feel that. Like, so you would consider him like just a friend, a close friend. Not to put you on the spot, but like like friend, close friend, best friend, or like just there.
Well, he plans out.
Yeah, I mean, I'd definitely say it's a friendship. And it's a friendship that's definitely grown as, we've gotten to know each other more and more throughout the years, and, probably will definitely continue to grow as, we keep going, and, my girlfriend and I keep dating, so it's definitely something that gets closer and closer.
If they go past dating to, obviously marriage, and it's more family than to a friend.
Yeah, so it's kind of walking towards those steps, It's that friendship walking towards eventually being kind of in the family with each other.
Oh, I got you, man. Yeah, like I said, I just met you this year, man, and like so far, I think you're pretty cool, man. I ain't gonna lie.
No.
I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, I mean, like you said, you hopefully you stick around. Maybe you can just build off this friendship because like I like to value friendship a lot. It's like very important to me. Not gonna lie, but
I think all your relationships are important. To build relationships with your friends, your family. As long as you keep your relationships, like that's like the number one thing I think you could like long term, throughout your whole life. It's important to you is your relationships with your friends and family.
Yeah, especially this 100%. Day and age too. It's a lot about who you know and where they're at. If you got good people that are in good places, they're gonna help you be a good person and get you to a good place as well. So, I do think good relations, healthy relations, always a really big thing and a top priority for someone going through it.
No, yeah, 100%, man. It's like, what would you like?
What are some traits that you look into like for friends? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you meet someone new, what do you look for that to value like your friendship? Like,
do you dictate like the first impression to be like the end all be all too?
I think the always say first impression's a lasting one. However, there's some people that don't do good on first impressions, and you kind of gotta
that person.
Yeah, sure. You gotta get to know them a little bit, and you gotta let them open up to you a little bit. First impressions is a lot, but it's not everything, I would say. And for things that I value in friends, it's a lot of similar morals, similar ethics that you have and stuff like that.
A similar mindset for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Like a lot of guys that want to go places, do things with their lives, be places. A lot of my, I'd say, closer friends, I like to work out. They all work out. A lot of my good buddies,
shit like that.
Yeah, a lot of my good buddies played in sports and stuff. So it's all that kind of common camaraderie, I would say, that attracts a group of people together to be friends.
So like having friends that you met in high school, like you guys were all like on a football team. You guys have all like that friendship kind of grows like out of high school or they fall off,
Yeah,
well, it depends, man.
No, yeah, but
you grow up. You
that's
grow
what I'm saying.
You grow
so
apart.
Like you have similar. You
grow apart and shit.
You do a lot of similar things in high school,
Mm-hmm.
but like you guys obviously you grow as you get older. You guys become different people. You might not go to the gym anymore. You might not care about being in shape as much anymore.
Yeah.
So like when you have like those type of friends that you're so close to, have you had like in a friendship that guys like kind of teach you like that kind? I had a friendship breakup, I guess. Like
yeah.
I know a lot of people tell me like, yeah, you don't meet your real friends till after high school because like high school friends are just like you're just kids and you still don't feel like you're not grown. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. You're not like you just like have like that childhood like relationship, and when you grow older, you view things differently, and then you meet other people, you meet friends through college, you meet all this stuff, and that's like when you really meet your like real friends, supposedly.
Yeah, you're still finding out who you want to be. When
Right,
you're in high
right,
school
and you
stuff,
like you kind of grow apart.
I think your mindsets are changed the older you get, right? So like I'm 25, my mindset is definitely different than when I was 18. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like I believe that, but then I still have like friends nowadays that have been friends since like fucking grade school. So it's like I think it all depends, you know.
Like those childhood friends, I guess they kind of never
right.
go away.
It's kind of like never away because you always have that soft spot for them because
it's
always been there.
It's definitely like consistency too. How often you see them and stuff like that. I know my high school group, those guys I played ball with, and a couple others. I mean, we still see each other to this day. So it's definitely not like.
Oh, so you guys,
many of us fell off and stuff like that. You know, we're still all texting each other in a big old group chat and seeing what's going on. A lot of them live together down in the city, so it's definitely all still pretty tightly knit group.
How often would you say you like hang out with them and shit?
I haven't seen the guys that live in the city in a long time, but I got a buddy that works with me now at work, so I see him every other day.
Do you think it's like important to see your friends often?
It is. Oh, 100%, man. Like
I would say, there's always the few, I feel like if you're very close with someone and you have that very strong bond, you don't need to be seeing them every weekend.
And then when you see them, it's kind of just like where you left off.
Kind of shit. Absolutely. You're not losing any animosity or tightness. Not any camaraderie with them after not seeing them for a long time.
Do you think that's true with like only certain friends, or like? I would say you wouldn't put that with everyone.
But that's what I'm saying.
No, not with everybody. There's a severity to the friendships, because like you say, friend, close friend, best friend, stuff like that. If it's like a friend of the group, and you maybe didn't gel well with the person, but we're all in the group, it's a group setting, we're all good, and then maybe you don't see that person for a while, and you're like that, it's kind of okay not seeing this person, but I love seeing everybody else. That's kind of the fade away where you're like, hey, maybe this person isn't the most important necessity in my life. I don't really need them in my inner circle as you start to build that as you get older.
No, that's how it was with me, man. Like before I started like getting like really close to Julian, I would always I was in a relationship, for 5 years and stuff, but we'd always go to the city because all my friends lived out in the city. All my close friends lived in the city. And we all would hang out in this fucking group. Like, it was like 20 of us. It'd always be like a huge group of us, like fucking hanging out. And I still like 15 of them were just friends, like kind of cool. But like I had like 10 to 5 of them there were like my close friends, like the reason I was out there is because of them. But then, like I broke up with my girl, shit went down, like undisclosed information went down and shit. But now I'm only down to like 3 friends that are from the city, like.
Do you feel better now that you don't have so many friends that kind of like? I feel like the less friends you have, the better.
No, 100%.
In a way that it's like the ones that are really that stick around, are like the ones that are loyal,
it's more like you. But it's more like kind of can't like believe like I lost them in a way, like fuck, I thought they were my close friends. I thought they were like my best friends, kind of shit. So that's.
I think everything happens for a reason.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that was definitely something I went through too. I had a buddy at work that I considered a very, very close friend of mine. We had worked together for 3 years over there, and he went through a pretty bad breakup and started going down a rough patch and was keeping on going, and wouldn't want to talk to anybody or anything like that. And I was starting to try and break into my career and get going with that. And, it was one of those sit down conversations where it's like, hey man, if you want to keep being in my life like this, then you gotta cut out the extracurriculars. I can't go and do what I want to do and have someone doing a whole bunch of other crap on the side with what kind of job I want to get into. And I mean, it ended up being a falling out. I mean, I heard he's gotten the help he needed now, so hats off to him. But it was one of those things where,
but you don't think as a friend
that stings when you think you had somebody close and then
they weren't really looking out for your best interest.
Yeah, what I'm saying? They couldn't, in a sense, they couldn't get past themselves to to get it. But, he's doing better now, I hear. So, hats off to him.
Would you eventually, like, reach out to him?
Yeah, if he wanted to go out, grab a coffee, catch up, see what's been going on with him, what's been going on with me. I don't have any hard feelings towards him. He was going through a tough time, and it just was hard to find who he could go to. I thought that somebody was me, and it turned out he needed a little more help with it. But he's got that now, and yeah, absolutely. If he reached out to me 100%, I'd go hang out with him again and stuff like that,
Do you feel like it would be like the same as when you guys stopped talking? Or do you feel like it'd be different?
A little awkward?
Because I've been, there's people that hit you up and it's like, I haven't talked to you in years. All of a sudden you want to talk again. Like, I feel like it's weird, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely think
kind of like for like a reason?
In some cases too, that is a little out of left field, a little weird. It's like
why'd you hit me up again?
Yeah, you think people are want to ask you for something.
Yeah. They
want
what do
a
you
favor.
need?
Yeah, they want a favor from you. But I mean, I think it might be a little awkward at first. But I mean, we had a lot of things that gelled us together, so I don't think it would take very long for us to get on a common topic and run with it. I mean, I don't think it'd be hard. Just odd at first, kind of wondering,
Just kind of getting back into like that flow of hanging out,
Like, do you think he knows that I know? Does he know that I know? Does he think that I know?
Yeah, catching up, I guess.
You just got to get over that first hurdle, and then after that, you're sprinting. So,
I mean, like to say, man, time heals everything. It's like since you guys are both in relationships, and I've had this happen before, like between my friends and stuff like that. Have you guys lost friendships because of being in a relationship? Because I know like some people like when they get in a relationship, they drift apart from their friends. They kind of like cut them off. You don't hear anything until like they break up with that person and they try to come back in your life. Like personally, I'm not that person because,
It's kind of hard for me because I've been with the same girl since I was 17, and I'm 25. So like it's either they're my friend and they've known me from when I met my girl.
Right.
Or they were friends before.
So kind of like you guys were already kind of like friends and shit.
Yeah. So I mean, I've lost friends, but not because of being in a relationship.
How about you, Jake?
No, I wouldn't say I'd lost friends because of a relationship either. We had the big group, the fun group. So if anything, it was a lot of coming over and going out with us or what have you. And for that,
but have you had friends that who kind of like drifted away because they got in a relationship?
I'd say there's
a lot of people I feel like do change. Once they get.
No, yeah. I feel like once you meet someone and you
don't necessarily cut someone off. Right?
You just not. Yeah, it's just they're focused on each other, right? And that honeymoon stage is like all they want to do is each other, but go out, and it's the truth. I mean, that's all you're doing in the first 3 months. Yeah, you don't care about anyone else in that honeymoon stage.
Yeah, but like as a friend, you kind of
lose kind of touch with people because you just kind of I don't care. I got this new girl right here.
Yeah, but like how do you feel like about that? Like you think that's cool? You think that's cool? You should like.
I wouldn't stop talking to you if you got a girlfriend.
Like I wouldn't stop talking to you. Like I wouldn't be hanging.
But
I wouldn't stop
with a girl. You know what I'm saying? You've never seen me single.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So it's kind of hard in that situation where.
But if I was in a relationship, yeah, I'd probably say stop hanging out with you. Nah, but like no, I'm not that kind of guy. But like
I would hope that you bring your girl around. And
if just want she can fucking stay at home, I don't give a fuck. Nah, I'm kidding. But yeah, no.
Definitely, I would say. I might have had a couple friends that have been like that, but it's more of the thought like if he's happy, he's happy. Who am I to judge that?
Yeah, but at the same time, you kind of feel like, all right, like fuck me?
Yeah.
Or like what happened to like our friendship? You can still be cool with me and hang out with me and your girl.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's a different perspective
especially like
for
your
me.
Close friends, kind of
especially
shit.
I'm not a real like night out, go out on the town guy.
Yeah.
So if we're chilling like. You come
over
to my house, I go over to your house. So if we're not doing that, man, I'm fine sitting at my house playing frickin' video games, and that's fine, or I guess now the case is I'm not single, so I do hang out with my girlfriend a lot, but if we ever wanted to go out with friends, we go out with friends. We go out with her friends in the city. If my friends were back home and wanted to go out, we could go out with my friends too, and. We've done that before, and it's been that way, and I wouldn't say that either of us have pulled one another away from the groups that we had previously established before we got into a relationship.
What about, like, the people that, like, you get into a relationship and that girl for you, like you guys, if that girl doesn't like your guys' friends, like if you met a girl and she's like, man, I really don't like Julian, you gotta stop talking to him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, would that be a deal breaker?
That happens. You know, there's people that just I don't like your friends and I don't want to hang out with them, and it's like they put you in that situation where it's like,
no, I know,
you gotta pick.
I know, but like.
Because then you value your relationship more, you value like your friendships more. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard,
and it's hard, man. Because like at the end of the day, like if you really think about it,
that girl,
you can be like, yeah, your friends are always gonna be there, but sometimes are they always gonna be there? Because then like you go through situations where your friends go behind your back, and you feel like, what the fuck, you know? It's like, are your friends really always gonna be there? I always value friendship, sometimes even more than my relationship, and I think that's what's kind of like screwed me over in my relationships, you know, because I always loved to hang out with my friends, and like even if my girl didn't want to hang out with them, I would still go out, and that's where I fucked up, you know. And I realized like I should always be with my girl, because you know, like your girl should become,
but like for me,
your best friend, you know what I'm saying? But then
in my situation, or like my friend group, I guess I want all of us to have like that couple, like your couple, like,
yeah, like
the
fucking,
you guys all get along together,
like a fucking double date, triple date kind of shit.
Yeah, of course. If you should be able to go on double dates with any one of your friends, you know, if they have a significant other, and vice versa. I feel like they should feel comfortable enough to hang out with.
But see, that's also like, I think you should become friends with people like you're saying, like who have the same mindset, who have the same like kind of goals. So like if she fucks with you, she's gonna fuck with your friends too, because they're kind of like the same person. Exactly.
You should be similar.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if you're fucking with the wrong people, maybe it's a sign that your girl doesn't like them. Maybe you're fucking with the wrong people, kind of shit.
Yeah. I wouldn't say like, you know, completely cut one or the other off.
Right.
I think, you know, if it's like, hey, your buddy says, hey, you know, your girlfriend's, she's a bit off, or you know, your girlfriend's like, hey, your one friend, he was kind of odd tonight. I think that's not necessarily like, all right, this is cut, this is a done deal, you know, it's you or the other. I think it's more of you looking internally.
I think it's kind of toxic
and
if you're
saying,
doing that, you know.
It is, but I think it's also saying like, you know, where do you see yourself down the road? You know, it's time to sit future, not present, and say, hey, you know, is this guy going to be here? Or, hey, I really think I'm going to marry this girl one day. This is important to me. You know, she shares values. She does what I like, does all this stuff. You know, she's a great woman, going to be going into a nice job, has a good lifestyle, has a good family, all this other stuff. Whereas maybe this other kid doesn't have as many of that stuff. Yeah. You know, maybe he likes to do a lot of side activities. Maybe he likes to do a lot of drinking. Maybe he's doing it every single day of the week. You know, it's stuff you kind of got to look into yourself and say, does this resonate with my values more? Or does that resonate with my values more?
Right. So you're more towards like, my friends should accept my girl instead of like my girls should accept my friends kind of shit.
I mean, I think it's all one big mixing pot, you know? I think it's all a joint effort in a sense. It's not necessarily like, hey, I'm going to bring this girl, you guys better like her. Or, hey, we're going to go out with my friends, you better like all of them. You know, obviously not everybody's going to, like, you know, you're going to rub elbows with someone everywhere you go.
Exactly. I feel like, I feel like the main reason, like, friends stop becoming friends is because they meet someone else, or, like, they meet a girl and, like the girl, like, kind of, like, ends friendships kind of shit, you know? Because otherwise, like, why would you not be friends with one another?
I think if you're going to change the way you are when you're with another person, you are bound to change anyways.
Yeah, I can see that 100%.
I think if you're going to go and get with a girl and all of a sudden you're going to change your mindset and not start liking certain people, then it was going to end up happening anyways. But then it wasn't,
you never liked them from the beginning.
It wasn't solely because the girl came in. It was just now you have an out to say
no,
it.
Because, I mean, like, yeah and no, because I feel like love can be blind sometimes, for sure. And you're just blinded to whatever she sees and whatever she wants. And that's when becoming a simp or, like, doing whatever your girl tells you kind of thing is a problem. You know, like, I don't know. It's a whole different topic.
And that's where that ties into checking on your own values, you know. What are you about? You know, if you're about folding and doing whatever another person says, then that's your stick, man. You know, you're probably not going to have a whole lot of good friends if you're just bending to everybody's will.
I mean, yeah,
because that's going to be an advantageous situation for the other people and not very for you. You know, you should be give and give. You know, it should be both parties working together to elevate each other. Essentially,
no, 100%. Yeah. I always become the best.
Your friend should be like leveling you up.
Yeah,
you know, like
speaking,
you got to look out for each other in any type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
And speaking about values, like, what do you guys like? What do you value most in a friend? Like, what makes you like seem like this is my friend? This is like what I value. This is what he kind of needs to like cross off the list in order to become like.
For me, it's like two
friend,
big ones: respect and loyalty.
100%.
Yeah.
But like you have to respect me, and vice versa. You know, it's all about respect. And if you're loyal to me as a friend, like, and if I could trust you, you're a friend. You know, like to me.
Just like any other relationship, you lose trust.
Yeah, like if someone crosses you the wrong way, I mean, what are you gonna? I mean, I don't look at them the same personally. If someone does me the wrong, to me, I can cut them out. Like it's just,
to me, yeah.
You gotta let them go. If they're not the right person for you, they're not the right person for you. You know what I'm saying?
Like even if like they've been like friends with you for like 10+ years and shit like that, it's hard, man. That's hard. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard, man. Cause I got into that situation where like I thought these guys would have my back no matter what. Cause I'm that kind of guy that would always have your back no matter fucking what. Like I value loyalty to it. Even if you fucking murder someone, I'm still gonna have your fucking back because I'm your boy and I'm gonna believe whatever you fucking tell me. Yeah. Because you're my boy, and I have the mindset where you're not gonna fucking lie to me because you're my boy. I'm your boy. You know, I'm always gonna stick through with you no matter what. Even if you do something wrong, I'm just gonna make sure that you don't do that shit again. You know, like a real friend wouldn't just fucking leave you in the dust and just not talk to you anymore. A real friend is gonna fucking make sure you don't do that shit again or like be on your side, because you know, and like
I mean I definitely your friend,
a ride or die.
A ride or die friend. You're always gonna have that person's back. You know what I'm saying? Like you have that friend. Like I don't know if you guys seen the movie. What the fuck's the movie? The Town. Yeah, the Town. He calls his buddy. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna go hurt some people," and the guy's like, "What car are we taking?" Yeah. That's the type of friendships like, you look for. You
not asking questions, none of that shit.
Yeah.
What do we do? Yeah, 100%. And you don't have friendships like that. That's like for me. There's like you should have friends, 3 to 5 friends that are like that. 5 the max. If you have more than 5, I mean, I don't think there's 5 people like that that can be your friend like that. But in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
The smaller the group, man, I think.
So what do you value out of?
No, like I said, loyalty, man. Loyalty is my number one. Loyalty is number one. Yeah, I know I wasn't like a loyal boyfriend or anything like that, but like as a friend, like I got your back no matter fucking what, and I kind of expect the fucking same back. You know what I'm saying? And loyalty, like you said, loyalty, trust, and honesty, man. You know, pretty much, man. And like you said, like main goals too, man. It's like I feel like our values do change as we get older too, like what we value in friends. Like back then, it's like, oh, you play this? Oh, we're cool, we're friends. Oh, you like this shit? You like this game? Oh, we're cool, we're friends. But now it's like, I see like if this guy is not gonna push me to be the best person I can be, then like, why am I gonna be friends with you? And it's like, I'm also at the point like where like, if this man can't keep his girl in check, it's like, I don't know if I can be friends with you, because like to me that shows like qualities of a weak man kind of shit. And it's like, I don't want to be friends with like a man who has, you know, like a weak man. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm saying, I'm expecting like a man to push me to be the best I can be. Because if you're surrounded with people who
are trying to put themselves, like make themselves
better and push you to be better, it's only going to make you strive to be better.
100%.
And be the best person you could be. 100%.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that. I definitely would say, you know, the values are a big one's loyalty always. I think that's going to be big in anyone.
Right.
But definitely loyalty. You know, if I get down to a low, or everyone has their bumps in the road, and next thing you know, I'm turning to you for help, and you're like, hey, you know what? No, you're a bum. You're a screw up. You know, we're done. That's not all right. You know, it's the ones that stick around when you're at the lowest, that see you come back and rise up to the top, that are going to be the ones that are there for the rest of your life. And I think sharing the same morals too.
Yeah.
You know,
like
a lot of stuff. You
mindset.
know, I'm a pretty religious guy. You know, I think if I'm gonna be tightly knit with you, you know, you can't just be like, God's not real, heaven and hell isn't real. You know, all this stuff isn't real. The church doesn't do anything for you. You kind of have to have that sense of like, you at least believe in God. You at least believe that, you know, there is a heaven, there is a hell. You know, you do the right thing, you walk the righteous walk, you live with the Lord. You know, stuff like that. You kind of got to resonate with that. And I think a big one would be family too. You know, if you're not cool with your family and stuff like that,
it's a red flag.
It's something that is a telltale sign. You know, if you're not, you know, I think
close with your family.
If you know you have, you know, that stable situation, you're not tightly knit with your flesh and blood, then how are you going to be tightly knit with someone outside?
So I got a follow up question for that. So you're saying that if you're not close to your family, so like you don't think that you can be closer to friends than you are to family? Because I'm not very close to my family. They don't know. I don't tell them nearly as much as I tell my friends.
No, 100%. I agree with you 100%. I'm the same way. There's a lot of stuff that my family doesn't know that I've told my two best friends a lot about. They know a lot more about that than my family. It's just, I think, a more comfortable thing to tell, you know, a really good friend than show that side of you to your family. I wouldn't say necessarily like that aspect of it. I'm saying more like if you're disrespecting family.
Oh, okay.
You know, if you're going to talk shit on your own family, then
okay, I just want to clarify.
What are you going to say about me, you know?
Gotcha.
If you're like, you know, yeah, my mom's a bitch, my dad sucks, and, you know, it's a, you know, stable household, you know, then that's kind of like you got this bad outlook and you're just looking to badmouth people. So, and that's your own blood. What am I going to do?
Exactly. Like, what makes you think what he's going to say about you?
Yeah. That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
No, okay. I feel you.
I just want to clarify.
Absolutely, man.
No, for sure. Yeah. Like me and my brother, like I wish we were closer and shit like that. But like I definitely do have like friends who are like closer to me that I am closer to my own brother and kind of shit, you know?
Yeah, 100%, man.
Sad to say, but, you know, sometimes that's how life works out.
That's how life works out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. And, you know, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with you being closer to some friends than you are to your own brother.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I kind of, like, hate when my parents say there's no friends in life. I'm like, yeah, like, I can see where you're coming from, but at the same time, like, but I feel like at the same time, like, there's some like 2 or 3 friends that you meet in your fucking life that no matter what, you know they're gonna be your fucking friends no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way they cannot like be not my friend. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you go through tough times in your life where it makes you not believe in friends too. You know? But at the same time, it's like, what is life without fucking friends, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
You can't do everything alone.
Nope.
Yeah, we're social creatures, bro. We're social creatures.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this is it's been good, man.
I just got one more before we end it.
Before we cut it.
If you could, what are 3 things on your bucket list like with your friends? Go ahead, Jake. Start. You can start that one.
Man, that's a good question, dude. I mean, I think being a younger guy now, I would definitely say, you know, a big bucket list for me and the tightest friends I have would be, you know, being at each other's weddings, seeing each other's kids, and just taking a big old road trip with each other one day, you know, just a couple of the guys and just freaking.
It could be
going.
guys and girls.
Well, you know, couple of them and just going, man.
Yeah,
just going on a road trip, not knowing, you know, what plan, where you want to go, but
just
driving and seeing where we land.
That's a cool one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I fucking have like a huge orgy. Not gonna lie. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? You got each other pregnant? But nah, man. Like he's saying, man. Like have like like a whole I want to picture like myself like having a barbecue in the future, like with you, with your family, me and my family.
That's
and like all our friends having their family, like kind of like how our parents did it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And seeing our kids grow up, and I kind of want to like have like a kid the same age as like same time as like one of my other best friends' kids, you know, so they can grow up together and become best friends themselves, kind of shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, stuff like that, man. It's fucking like it's touching and deep for sure.
That's dope. I mean, mine were kind of more, I guess
more cheesy.
Yeah. Like.
Not saying.
I guess like having a trip to Vegas always kind of like pictured as a bucket list for me and my like friends.
Oh,
like,
with your boys, yeah, hell
go
yeah.
to Vegas.
Yeah, like
a road trip. That's a good one. I would say travel.
Well, it's kind of like the same thing.
Same thing. You know,
Yeah.
And yeah. I mean, I guess just kind of grow with like each other,
man. Grow old. Grow.
I mean, like who do you want? I don't know if you guys watch How You Met Your Mother, but they had like one of their episodes where it's like when you grow old and you're on that front porch and your kids are growing up and your grandchildren are at the house and you have your friend that comes over, still has a cigar and have a drink. You want that.
And only that,
I think you want that when you're 67 years old.
And you're telling your kids that story. Everybody like the kids the story.
Yeah, I think that's dope, and I think that's what I want with my closest friends, and I think
man,
those are my bucket list kind of goals, I guess.
Yeah.
But
can't see why that can happen, but
absolutely.
But cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Good
like,
episode.
Cheers. I got a good cheers right here.
Let's hear it. Yes,
one of my homies taught me this. There are big dicks and my bad. There are big ships and there are small ships, and there are ships that sail the sea, but the best ships are friendships. So here's to you and me.
Cheers, baby.
Perro.
Ya sabe,
baby.
What do you mean?
Hang on.